Morning friends, how are you all? So let us resume the session and we are talking about the making of the Indian Constitution. So this is the part 3. In the part 2 and part 1 we have discussed what is the introduction of the making of the Indian Constitution and what was the proposal put forward by the Indians to the Britishers regarding the Constituent Assembly. And we have also seen that the England government has accepted the proposal. So let us resume the session and continue the session. So before that, let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Sashi Prabha, who is presenting you this particular course. Now, by the end of the previous video, we discussed that England government has accepted the proposal of separate constitution and further establishment of the Constituent Assembly. That was in 1940. Right. So England government has accepted for the proposal. Okay, so they declared that Indians should frame their own constitution. They also said that if necessary, the Britishers will help the Indians in doing so. Here, you guys have to know one reason here. Why they have accepted for our proposal for this constitution and for a separate constituent assembly. The reason here is because of the World War. Here, there was a world war at that time and the Britishers, they seek the help of the Indians in this world war. So the Indians, they took this as an opportunity and put forward the demand for the constitution and the Constituent Assembly. In return for their help, they are asking for the world war. Here the Britishers, what they thought is, anyhow we have to give independence to Indians one day or the other. So why not we provide the same now itself so that we can get the support of the Indians in the world war. With this intention, finally the Britishers, they accepted for the proposal. That was in 1940. So finally the Britishers accepted for the proposal in 1940. But the problem here is the Muslim League. You guys know what is the communal elections and when it was started, right? So for those who don't know about this, let me tell you, the communal elections were started in 1909. And these communal elections means, what is this communal elections means? Separate elections based on the religion. So the communal elections means separate elections based on the religions, and these were started in 1909. What it means the Muslims will have a separate elections and only the Muslim community people are eligible to vote and represent the elections. This was one of the divide and rule policy of the Britishers that they have used. Now, what is the problem here is the Muslim League rejected the proposal with the demand that India has to be divided into two autonomous states on the basis of communalism. Right? So, India has to be divided into two separate states and we should have two constituent assemblies. Okay. So just a minute, this is assembly. Okay, so they demanded to have separate constituent assembly even for them. So this is the main reason why again there was a delay in the formation of the constituent assembly. Right, so what is this? I'm just summarizing this. Britishers, they accepted this, that we can have a constituent assembly. They also said that we will frame our constitution for ourselves and if we need, they will help us. They accepted this because of the world war, that is a different story. But why it was delayed means again because of the Muslim League. The Muslim League demanded for a separate constituent assembly for them. So again this proposal was delayed. So what is the next step in this regard was in 1942. We got a Cripps mission in 1942. So what is this Cripps mission and the details of this Cripps mission? So the Cripps mission was started in 1942, as I said, and this Cripps mission was proposed by Sir Stanford Cripps, right? Who proposed Cripps mission? Sir Stanford Cripps. Stanford Cripps was a cabinet minister who came forward with a proposal saying that India can constitute their constitution, but after World War. So what the Cripps mission says, the first point is Indians can frame their constitution, but after World War, means first they want Indians to help them in the World War, then after that they can frame their constitution, and if necessary the Britishers will help them in doing so. The next point that he mentioned is, he also said that the two major political parties should come to an agreement for this proposal. Then only it will be implemented. So, he said the two major political parties should agree for this. Okay, now what are the two major political parties that he is talking about? The two major political parties that he is talking about is, one is the INC, Indian National Congress, and the other one is the Muslim League. Because the Muslim League, they have put a demand that they should have a separate constituent assembly, they should have a separate constitution. Right. So now the Muslim League and the INC, that is the Indian National Congress, these two major political parties, they have to accept to have the constitution. They have to come to an agreement. Then only this will go forward. But the Muslim League did not accept for the proposal. They stick to the demand that they should have a separate state and they should have a separate constitution with a constituent assembly. So since the two political parties have not come to an agreement, the Cripps mission has failed. So when the Cripps mission failed, then the next step here is Mahatma Gandhi ji launched an Quit India movement. So Mahatma Gandhi ji launched a Quit India movement, that was in 1942. So here, what are the questions that you can cover here? The first question is, when was the Cripps mission? And who gave this proposal for the Cripps mission? Sir Stanford Cripps. And who launched the Quit India movement? In which year? All these can be your questions for the upcoming exam. And during this Quit India movement only, Mahatma Gandhi ji, he gave a slogan. He came forward with a slogan, that is do or die. Tomorrow you can get a question like, who gave the slogan do or die? Then the answer for this is Mahatma Gandhi ji. He launched the Quit India movement for the free state or for the independent state. But unfortunately, the movement was suppressed by the Britishers. All important leaders were kept in the jail, including Mahatma Gandhi ji. Okay. Because of this, because they put all the important leaders in the jail, the movement was suppressed. Of course, later on Mahatma Gandhi ji was released basing on the grounds of his health grounds. Okay, so the Quit India movement was failed. Next, during the same time, we had a World War. So in 1942, we had a Quit India movement, but that was suppressed. And we got the World War. The World War is going on. The World War is going on till 1945. And Indians, they supported the Britishers. And why we supported the Britishers? Because we want independent India, and Britishers, they promised us that after World War they will give us independence. So because of all these reasons, and for the independent India, we supported the Britishers. And because of the failure of the Quit India movement, because of the Muslim League not accepting for the not accepting for the constituent assembly, a single constituent assembly, because of the World War, because of all these reasons, the independence was delayed. Clear, the independence was delayed for our Indians because of so many reasons. Why? What are some of the reasons? Quit India movement failure, Cripps mission failure, disagreement of the Muslim League, and the World War. Right. Now, these are the chronology, these are the reasons why this were failed. First one is the Quit India movement, which was failed in 1942, and next is the World War II. Because of the World War II also it was failed, and then next is the New Labour Party government in England, and that was in 1945. So we got the Simla conference. Next, what we got the Shimla conference. This is again one of the important topic for you, for your examination, right? And what is this Shimla conference? That we will see here. The Shimla conference that happened in 1945. Okay. So we will see about the Shimla conference in our next session. Okay, stay tuned till then. All these are important for you guys. Do not neglect any of these points. And towards the end, I'll provide you the MCQs. Do the MCQs. They will help you for the revision as well as for the for your practice session also. Right. So stay tuned till the next session, where I'll provide you the remaining topic, how the constitution has been framed, what is the Simla conference, okay, everything regarding that. Subscribe the channel and click the bell icon so that you will get the upcoming notifications. Stay tuned. Thank you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.